welcome to Build Brunch, the daily morning show where we talk about the latest topics in entertainment. I'm Brittany Jones-Cooper.
I'm Shannon Coffey.
I'm Allie Colbert.
I'm Lucas Sim. Hi, everyone.
I'm gonna get close.
I know.
I was like, what's all this space for Jesus?
We're on the couch today.
Today we're going to talk about the new cast of the upcoming season of The Bachelor, the weekend's Santacon shenanigans, and marry Queen of Scots co-star Saoirse Ronan and Jac Lowden's new showmance. Plus, Keltie, Jac, and Becca of the beloved podcast and E-Series Lady Gang join the table.
But first, war is brewing in the kingdom of pop music again, guys. Yesterday you watched the show. We talked about that Lady Gaga.
That's such a subtle metaphor, done so quickly.
I know, thank you.
Well done.
Lady Gaga, as you've been known, has been going on a press tour, and her most famous quote is saying, "There could be 100 people in a room, and 99 won't believe in you, but one will," and that was Bradley Cooper. And she's been saying it repeatedly. Well, Madonna fans have been spreading a video from Madonna from 1989 saying there could be 100 people in the room, 99 could like it, and I only remember the one who didn't. It's kind of the reverse of the Gaga thing.
Yeah.
Madonna then posted it on her story on Instagram, then deleted it, but then posted Instagram saying, "Don't fuck with me today." And now the fans are fighting again, and the feud is back.
But see, that's the thing. I thought the feud was over. I thought they were good.
They
but
made
like,
peace.
Madonna cannot help but to be shady, which is why we love her too.
She's entering that age, Madonna, that like Aretha Franklin was at, where like she don't give no fucks, and she will shade whoever.
It's the Medea age, you know?
Yeah.
As an aging woman, you're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, but I think that action actually shows that she gives too much fucks.
Right.
Like, if you didn't give fucks, would you bother posting it and then deleting it? That's so lame.
Deleting shows your card.
Yeah, it's like, I'm scared. It's like, you're Madonna, own it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
totally.
And it's just funny that like Lady Gaga's like this positive to all Bradley Cooper. Madonna's like, I only remember the one who didn't like me, and that's why that's Madonna right there.
In this situation, I'm like such a Madonna. Like, I truly harp on those who hate. What about you? Are you a Lady Gaga?
I'm a Lady Gaga.
You are?
Yeah.
You too,
I
Shannon?
think I try to live as a Lady Gaga for sure. And I think that's more realistic. In a room of 100 people, 99 are more likely to dislike you than like you. So be realistic.
Yeah,
Totally.
okay.
But that's why I love Madonna, because 99 people will like her.
Well, guys.
We'll see.
Just hours after it was announced that he would host the 91st Academy Awards, comedian Kevin Hart has bowed out from what he referred to as the opportunity of a lifetime. This turn of events follows outcry over the resurfacing of anti-gay tweets and comments Hart made during stand-up routines years ago. The actor took to Twitter to share the news and apologize, tweeting that he does not want to be a distraction on a night that should be celebrated by so many amazing, talented artists. Kevin, we were just talking about how you were going to be perfect yesterday, and now you go and do this.
All rooting for him.
What are we thinking?
This is so complicated. I mean, and if you go on social media, you can see the people on Twitter. It is sort of this weird split. Obviously, nobody is saying what he said was okay. Everybody agrees that being homophobic and saying and using certain homophobic slurs is wrong and should not be done. I think the issue for a lot of people is that this was 10 years ago. He has since then talked about these comments, talked about his growth, and he's still now being taken down for it. So I think that's where the conflict is for people. It's like, if you do something wrong and you apologize it, how many times do you have to keep apologizing?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I don't know what that is. I mean, he's apologized. I would want to say, okay, it's time to forgive him. Let's let him host. But if people are still uncomfortable with it, then I'll apologize again.
But this is the
I don't know.
Yeah, they weren't. I don't think it's like his stand-up that's really at the center of it. It's these really vicious, homophobic,
really bad tweets.
Vile tweets that when confronted with them again, he goes, I'm 40, I'm growing, I've apologized a ton of times, I don't need to do this again. Like, no, you don't get to do that.
Yeah.
You've tweeted homophobic things. Clearly, you were homophobic. Whether you are or not, you apologize again, say, I've learned a lot, I'm a support of the gay LGBT community, and I'm so excited to represent them all at the Oscars. He did not do that, and now has since apologized for stepping down. But I think that's why people like Billy Eichner got so upset, because this very self-indulgent Instagram post he did that showed no...
It was ego.
It was all ego. It was like, woe is me, I'm having a good time, I'm growing, stop hurting my fun. It's like, no. You were extremely homophobic. And I have to say, like, if any white person tweeted the N-word in the way that he tweeted the F-word, they should be apologizing every day for it. I think he should be held to that standard. I mean,
I understand
definitely think that, like, my disappointment comes in the fact that, like, okay, even before he stepped down, GLAAD reached out to ABC, the Academy, and him and said, why don't we have a conversation about this and find, discuss, possibilities to make this more of a inclusive LGBTQIA event. and he did not respond, and no one responded. And I'm like, okay, so you had an opportunity here to take positive actions and right your wrongs and show us that you are no longer a homophobe like you were back in the day.
Right.
You know, and I think that's the most important thing is like, you can apologize for years and decades to come, but let me see those actions.
Yeah.
Let me show you being inclusive and owning the new you.
Yeah,
That could have been a great moment.
I think there's a
awesome.
lot of things. ABC owns Disney. I think ABC is a company that really tries to shy away from anything too controversial. So I can see them being like, I don't really want to touch this, or just apologize and let's get over it, and not making it this teachable moment that it maybe could have been. You know what I mean? Like you're saying.
we need to stop leading with fear.
Yeah.
Fear does not get you anywhere. Fear is why people are trapped in closets. Fear is why homophobes exist.
Yeah.
So like we just can't be like that. People need to lead by example.
Yeah, and I mean, as a member of the LGBT community, you also, though, you're like, we're constantly looking to like make allies out of people.
Yeah.
And like, you want to see growth and you want to see change. I understand his actions are horrific. He needs to continue to apologize for them. I mean, definitely, I see his frustration, but like, probably the people who are offended and their lives are getting affected by their identities are more frustrated.
Yeah.
But we also want to, it's a fine balance. Like, we want to give people room to grow, to apologize, to accept their apology and not let their past mistakes define them. I mean, if I were in his position, I imagine I would have just apologized again and taken action, like you said.
And I'm with you. I think everybody needs to be an ally, and so you don't want to villainize people who made mistakes in the past.
Right.
But at the same time, it seems like his ego got in the place, maybe a little toxic masculinity. He's somebody who has come for a lot. Just a few weeks ago, he was attacked for having a Cowboys and Indians birthday party for his son. If you remember, like a little over a year ago, he got called out for cheating on his wife publicly. So he does.
Bad thing to do.
So he's done a
Not a
lot
good
of
thing.
insensitive things, and so when he talks about his growth, you're like, well, how much have you really
Right.
grown? Because it seems like you're constantly making these errors.
You know what
Yeah.
Bill Brunch has to say? Kevin Hart, thank you next, which is our
Yeah.
new segment.
Next.
Thank you next, Kevin Hart.
Yeah. And also, I mean, you guys are stand-ups. Like, I love going to stand-up shows. I love comedy. I love comedy that pushes boundaries, and I think comedy should continue to do so. And we're learning that right now, what comedy can and can't do. Just what I said before, they weren't funny. These were vicious tweets. But I'm excited for whoever they get to replace. I'm hoping Maya Rudolph, Kristen Wiig. I said it yesterday. I think they would be awesome.
Jamie Foxx. Jamie
Foxx
Foxx.
to go too.
He can do it,
Great.
and he can do it quickly, and it'll be amazing.
We'll see, guys. Attention, Bachelor Nation. The cast for Colton Underwood's season of The Bachelor has officially been revealed, so we're one step closer to finding out whether Colton will finally find the one. The cast includes 2 beauty pageant winners, as well as a contestant that has never been kissed. Let's take a look.
Colton looks so hot. I plan on rubbing oil all over his body.
He is literally like a chiseled god to me. Hi, Poppy, you're getting me hot.
So, I have not dated a virgin since I was 12.
I am a virgin, but that's just a small part of who I am. 2 fantasy suites. I'm here to fall in love. So, hopefully by the end of this, I'm down on one knee.
You could lose your virginity this week.
Sexual intimacy is a big part of any relationship.
Could Colton lose his virginity in Singapore? Maybe.
It's okay.
He was shaking because you scared him so bad and you're gonna ruin potential relationships. I have no doubt in my mind that you talked mad about me.
I'm on my own business. You called us all. You are a liar. This is fine. This is hard for me. I just feel like I should just go home.
Every time I put myself out there, I get rejected.
I can't accept a proposal.
I'm scared. I'm done.
Holy. Colton!
Oh my God! What just happened?
Colton's dramatic journey to love begins January 7th.
Yes.
OMG. Did you see him like jump up on that wall?
Spider-Man.
I was like, oh no, what's gonna happen?
That is some serious upper body strength. I am impressed.
You guys, so, like, Colton, are we thinking like Rose or Thorn?
I think Rose for just jumping that gate, because I would not be able to do that. I mean,
Thorne, I could not be less interested in Bachelor.
but his virginity.
I mean, just
I'm just shocked.
It's like a virgin literally this season.
You're literally an obsessive Bachelor fan.
look, I'm gonna watch the show. Don't get me wrong. I'll watch it every week and have a ton of things to say. He just to me is not that interesting.
Why?
Is he that interesting to you? I mean, the virginity thing to me is not that interesting.
I don't know.
No,
I'm-
that's why I would say Rose for him instead of Thorne because Thorns always stay hard and a Rose will wilt and die.
Oh.
Wow,
Yeah, I'm a
that's deep.
poet.
Very
That's really
creative.
deep.
That was really creative.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Did you say Rose or Thorne?
No, I would say Thorne because, well, obviously I'm such a Thorne.
Yeah.
But I would say Thorne because I don't really like that the theme of this show is like deflowering Colton.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Like, that's a little weird. Like, let's stop focusing on his virginity.
That's what I
Let him
mean.
be.
I like him.
And
I think
also,
he's
we all
smart.
know he's not a virgin.
Oh, you think it's like?
Yeah.
I'm still shocked by that. But I mean, I don't know. He's embracing it. It's like they're heavily advertising it. He's done the 40-year-old virgin poster thing they're doing. I don't know.
Yeah, I like him. I think
likes
he's
the
smart.
attention.
He's super philanthropic. I think he's a good man. It feels a little skeezy, just the whole theme of the virginity thing and who's gonna take it from him. And I'm like,
It's so odd. They're like, we can't say the word fuck on the show,
But
we'll basically exploit a virgin and then lock him into sex rooms at the finale of the show.
yeah.
Is that why he was crying? Because they locked him in a sex room and he was like, I'm so scared. Please don't put me inside a woman.
The fantasy team.
Please.
What if they like really troll him? Like there's like dominatrix theme episodes. Like every episode is like heavily sexual. Like he has no idea what he's doing.
but they're going to because they put them through these challenges and you know that they're gonna make him uncomfortable. They're gonna have them like massaging
Put a
him.
condom on.
Right.
They're gonna be drinking like phallic cocktails. But think about this: the finale of The Bachelor, they have the fantasy suites. I'm thinking of Andy Dorfman's season. It just comes to mind. She slept with like 3 of the guys. Colton is a virgin, so now we're not only gonna force him to lose his virginity, but he's gonna then have to have sex with like 3 women 3 days in a row.
Right.
We're just like, do it fast and do it now.
Honestly, I don't know what he would be complaining about, but I mean.
Or he was saving it for like special reasons.
Yeah.
What's more special than The Bachelor?
That's a good story, but I was looking at the
The
contestants.
3 rooms will have.
What do you call them, contestants? Okay, anyway, there's Catherine, she's 26 in Fort Lauderdale, she's a DJ. So, There's 2 former beauty pageant winners, Miss Alabama and Miss North Carolina. I thought they had other duties to like live up to their title, but my favorite is there's so many white blonde girls that all look the same, guys, and 3 of them are named Heather. 3 of them are named Heather.
And
that, you could not write this. It is so, it's Heather B, Heather G, and I'm just Heather.
Has anyone here lost their virginity to a DJ? Raise your hand. Everyone. Oh my God, that's crazy. Everyone in the audience.
I want to throw in that one of the Heathers is 22 and her occupation said Cinderella.
Yes, what is that?
If you don't know what that is, you need to talk to me because I know exactly what that is.
What is it, Allie?
I know what that is.
You go to balls and leave
force
them in there?
tiny little mice around your apartment to do shit for you.
Yeah.
That's her
all
job.
it is.
Wait, doesn't it?
Cool.
Yeah.
Does it get kind of weird though for you when when you realize most of the people on this show, like I'm 25, are younger than you?
Oh, yeah,
and
that
you're
happened
like,
a
oh my
couple
God,
years ago.
what? Okay, I feel good about myself. I'm good. Like I'm doing well. Like I'm okay. I'm not a Heather on The Bachelor. Like, I'm okay, right?
Yeah, I had that moment a few years ago. I'm like, oh, I'm way too old to be on The Bachelor now.
Yeah, the 2.
No, you're not.
I am.
Ari was like 50.
But the girls though, like the oldest is 31, and they're like
Yeah.
the old broads. They come in like, oh, they're the grandmas coming
Right.
in. They're 31. One's an attorney. Boring. Like,
Oh
One's an
man.
accountant.
Wow.
Oh, poor her.
the accountant is a social
I
worker.
want to know someone tuning in right now and is just like, who is this man being like, this 31-year-old accounting? Boring.
Okay, meanwhile, you all know that like Jessica Lange's my dream girl. So come on. I don't,
yeah,
I'm not an
that's
idiot.
true.
You're like 31, too young for me. I like cobweb pussy.
Yeah. They went.
That was me talking about myself. I love cobweb pussy. You know?
Yeah.
I just
we're
like
saying.
breaking through.
I'm just thinking Colton is gonna like, if, let's say he brings 3 women to the fantasy suites. What is that, like 3 pumps each, 9 pumps the whole season?
Nine. Well,
It's not the number of pumps that matter. It's the quality, you know? It's like what you put into it spiritually.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, because sometimes 1 pump is all I take. And then I'm like, namaste, I'm done.
Right.
Namaste.
Yeah. Sponsor us!
Yes.
Sponsor us.
Namaste. And on that note, ho, 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 Santacon is coming to town. Saturday, we'll see thousands of New Yorkers descend upon the city streets dressed up as Saint Nick for the 20th annual bar crawl. While many are gearing up for a day full of drunken festivities, others are already wishing they could be free and flee to the North Pole. Guys, okay, so for those who don't live in the city, this is what Santacon looks like. And while that looks really nice and fun, all of those people are blackout drunk and then just start puking on the sidewalks. And it's horrible.
It is horrible. It is really, really bad. I hate it, even though I have done it so many times.
Wait, have you participated?
I'm not surprised.
I did it when I was in NYU. I did it, I think, like 1 or 2 years, and then I was like, I can't do it anymore. It's horrible. It's like the crowds, it's the drunk people. It's basically just like 50 guys from New Jersey named Dan that come in and dress up as Santa. I don't know what's going on.
It's horrible. I've never done it. I got invited to a party this weekend. I don't know if I'm gonna go. I've never done it. It's hell on earth. I feel like it should be equivalent to an Amber Alert.
You've
for
never
Santacon.
done it?
Like,
I feel like this
happening.
is your holiday.
No, I do not do.
all those white
I do
guys.
not do drunk white people in Santa hats. Like,
You only do drunk white people on Saturday nights every night.
yeah, but different. It's different.
He doesn't need the costume.
I don't need the costume.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't. It's just so. Oh, I don't. It just.
Yeah,
ugh, I
I've
don't
never
know.
participated. My friends Liz and Emmy have a party every year. Hi, guys. And so they do it every year on Santacon, and then the bar puts on a sign that says no Santas allowed. So it's like our safe space to escape the chaos. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yes, I've seen some bars do that because the Santas will come in and just destroy the place.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that. That would make such a good horror film, is you're trying to have a nice holiday party and all these drunk, disgusting Santas are trying to break in and barf on you.
Yeah.
Like, listen to my story. And you're like, leave me alone.
They're like, she didn't say no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the spirit of Christmas. Just
Is it though?
no, it is not.
No.
Of American Christmas.
If you had to say which one was more annoying, would it be St. Patrick's Day or this?
Santacon. But this is a
Santacon.
made-up thing. St. Patrick's is like actual. Well, I don't know what Your Honor.
St. Patrick's Day is truly a festival celebrating those drunk guys named Dan.
Right.
Yeah.
This is not.
I like St. Patrick's Day because of all of the aggression. I like the aggression.
Explore.
Like,
What?
you know you're gonna see some fun bar fights,
Oh.
and it's gonna be like a little more entertaining. Santacon is just like drunk and gross.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day is pretty drunk and gross.
Yeah, but there's always fights.
There's
I like to watch street fights.
And would you rather dress as like a leprechaun or a Santa?
Neither.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you
I
have
am Black Irish though. I took one of those 23andMe.
You're Irish?
Yeah, I'm like 20, or I'm not 23%. I'm like 7% Irish or something. So.
Wow.
So St. Patrick's
So
Day.
those are my people.
On Bill Brunch, you're going to be hosting a little
Yeah,
party.
those are my
your
people.
people, yeah.
You're like, I'm 72% Irish.
Yeah, it's like, really?
Interesting. That 23andMe may have got mixed up there,
Right.
but okay.
Nope. Tan.
Wow. I wish that we both did the same site so we could tell if we were related.
We could be.
Yeah, because that would explain all our photos.
Oh, sometimes we look like twins. It's weird.
Yeah,
And I know that
weird.
sounds weird and like we're lying, but we're sort of like the same height.
Yeah.
And our hair sometimes is similar, and like people have mistaken us for each other.
What are you talking
This
about?
is
have no-
true.
Yeah, you're not here like enough time to notice that this happens to us, but people have been like, hey, Brittany, and I'm like, I'm not Brittany.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Yeah, it's happened to us
We'll send you
multiple
some
times.
photos where it's like we're kind of
Please
like
do.
twinning.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really
fun.
fun. Well, actress Saoirse Ronan is reportedly dating Mary, Queen of Scots co-star Jac Lowden. According to Page 6 TV, the two were romantically linked at the screening for the film, which premieres in theaters today. Let's take a look at the trailer.
It's just like The Bachelor.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Just like it. Same
I feel
drama.
like this movie's gonna be so good for people who don't have eyebrows.
Yes.
They're gonna be like, representation, finally, you know?
Queen Elizabeth I has been an icon for no eyebrow people, so I'm really happy they're getting that representation on the
Yeah.
big screen now.
Also,
Yeah.
they made, I mean, Margot Robbie, I think that was the biggest takeaway from that trailer, is that they really
Oh my
did
God, that was
transform
her?
They made
Yes.
Margot Robbie look like
Oh,
that.
they made her weird.
I know.
She is weird.
She's
She's a
so
hottie.
beautiful though in real life, and they made her skin kind of patchy. And
Both are such great actresses.
Yeah.
This is gonna be. I'm so excited for this movie. I love historical fiction. I won't bore you all with the history of this, so I'm really pumped to see this. But it's cool. She's dating her co-star. Yeah, right. Let's talk about
I
that.
can't believe these two people who I barely know are dating each other.
Yeah, I know.
Saoirse Ronan and Jac Loudon.
yeah.
I think.
Okay.
That's
Does anyone
co-stars
have-
dating. That's kind of cool. I think they play husband and wife in the movie. I'm all, I'm for it. You guys do a lot together. I get what you fall in love with your co-star.
I like his hair situation.
Wait, Lucas, you do?
I do.
Wow.
Cool.
Wow.
I think there's a more iconic romance on this show. But
Yeah, you're right.
I'll leave it.
Yeah, it's true. I said on Instagram you guys are the Jim and Pam of The Office.
I know, but then I was like, do I have to be Jim?
Yeah.
Oh my God, are you Jim?
Are you Jim? Okay, we both assumed we were Jim.
I think Shannon's Jim and you're
Okay,
Pam.
I'm Pam.
Yeah.
I'm ugly.
I like.
I'm ugly and untalented.
That's not true.
Not.
It's more just towards Jim, you guys. Don't worry about it.
I think
it's
it's funny.
okay. I'm okay.
I do like to see Saoirse Ronan, though. I mean, she's had like such an amazing ride. I feel like everything she does has been really good. I don't know who her agent is, but
And so
they're booking
different.
great roles. Yeah, it's so different. I mean,
I
from
don't know
Lady
who her
Bird.
agent is, but good job to
Yeah.
Saoirse's agent.
Yeah.
But I mean, it takes them to
Yeah.
get them in front of the right people, right?
I know, I know.
There's so many talented actors who don't get these great roles.
No, I know. I just love that we're congratulating some agent. I don't know their name.
Good for you.
Those hardworking agents. But yeah, she's like one of those people like Lucas Hedges,
Yeah.
right? And like
Timothy
Timothy Chalamet.
Chalamet.
They're like young, really great
What
young
is
actors.
that? That's so weird though when you see someone in one thing and then suddenly
And
they're in
everything.
everything.
But they're all in the same, like they both played her love interest
Yep.
in Lady Bird,
Yep.
and they both blew up, she's blowing up, so maybe it's just like,
Maybe it's something that
That
they
crew.
drank there.
yeah.
Something in the water.
I don't know. She's like definitely has a long career as a future British actress that will win a ton of awards.
She's
And-
Irish.
She's Irish.
Irish.
Wow.
She's my people,
Wow.
get it right.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
Ooh, we got an Irish person here.
Thank you.
Well, now it's time for today's guests. Becca Tobin, Keltie Knight, and Jac Vanek are the stars of Lady Gang, a celebrity-driven fan-favorite podcast that has topped the charts with millions of downloads since its start back in 2015. Now, Becca, Keltie, and Jac are conquering TV as stars and executive producers of Lady Gang, a talk series on E! Based on their oh-so-popular podcast. Let's take a look.
I have only done jobs where you have a proper trailer.
We probably won't ever get one with reality TV.
In a world where hit podcasts become television,
We are these women who want it all, but at what cost?
E! brings you Lady Gang. 3 megastars who need no introduction.
No one knows who we are.
Oh, in that case, Keltie, Becca,
I really shred the narnar.
and Jac
Yeah.
are legends. Critics call them an effing national treasure.
See you next Sunday.
I'm out of wine.
There will be laughs. There will be actual celebrities.
Oh, man.
Can you turn to the camera because I have my own show now and I need your face.
We birthed the television show.
There will be... Wait, did she mean trailer like trailer? Lady Gang, Sunday at 10:30, only on E!
Everyone, please give a warm Bill Bunch welcome to Becca Tobin, Keltie Knight, and Jac Vanek. We are so excited you guys are here because like we were just discussing, we're all just garbage humans, same type of show. We talk about other people. And I love you guys. I love the podcast. I know I'm not a lady, but I do love it. And I was listening to, I read an interview you guys, and you basically started the podcast, you all were worried you're gonna get fired from your other jobs and wanted to be your own bosses. What other inspiration came into creating this now like movement of a podcast?
Oh gosh.
Mostly money.
Yeah. Fine, yeah.
Which there's just so much of it.
We're rolling
Podcasting.
it. The whole
Smart.
$3 we're making
Yeah.
is great.
You guys look expensive.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the best thing.
nice.
These aren't our clothes. These are
not-
we don't
Oh,
know
okay.
any of them.
These are our clothes.
Yeah.
That's why we look like
That's what we can do.
We could look better.
But the podcast has grown like so much, like 35 million downloads. Like, did you ever expect it would get this huge?
Well, actually, we just hit 40 million downloads.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Whoa.
It's been a big year. No, I think the truth is that people are just hungry for authenticity and not like bullshit authenticity where like I'm so authentic, no filter, but like Facetune.
Right.
You know, like they're looking for people that are just really chatting. And so that's what we've done. And it's kind of one of those crazy things. We've never really promoted it that much. We haven't advertised it. And it's just been a friend tells a friend tells a friend. So.
And when we started the podcast, we thought it was going to be more celebrity driven, and we still have celebrity guests on, but our fans really resonated with us oversharing way too much about our lives and our bodily functions. So that's kind of been the glue that's kept everybody together and has kind of formed a lady gang like all over the world.
Right. And what makes it really unique and powerful is that it's women sharing their stories, their truths. I think that's what's resonating with people.
Yeah, I think that we're in a time right now where there's a lot of turmoil and a lot of arguing and yelling and being very divisive. And I think then when a bunch of women get together and talk about all the bullshit we go through as women, like whether it is pooping your pants on a date or leaving a tampon inside of you for 3 days. You know what I mean? Like, oops. It really does break down all the boundaries and all the barriers, and then you just bond instantly with whoever that woman or many men that listen. It just sort of like, it gives everyone a place to talk shit and like not get so serious for 2 seconds.
We're not as different as we all seem.
Right.
Everybody has.
Well, I've never left a tampon in for 3 days.
Yeah, I'm still on there.
Well, I mean, this is kind of an infamous story by now, but let's clear the air. I got drunk on my period, had intercourse with my husband. He pushed it up so far inside the canal that I didn't realize it was there. Then it had an odor.
Oh, God.
And then I had to pull it out 1, 2, 3 days later.
There's a gentleman in the second row who's so upset that he's here.
Let's dive into this.
Oh, those are happy tears.
I'm sure they're happy tears. We're all probably happy tears when we hear that story.
We're disgusting.
We're complicated.
Yes.
We're complicated. So you guys have this very successful podcast, but now you have the show on E, which is so amazing. Congratulations on that. So how does that change your approach, or does it?
The biggest difference between the show and the podcast is we can't do it in sweatpants with no makeup. So, but we are filming the show at 5:30 in the morning, and we have to drink. So it's very early hangovers we're having.
Oh, is that, that's why you sleep over at
I sleep over at Keltie's house because I live like an hour away, or else I'd be waking up at like 2 a.m. to start filming. So
Yeah, that's too early.
We're on the schedule of like wake up, get made up, drink till like 11, nurse the hangover from like 11 till 1 lunch break, and then go back and shoot more at 1. New day, fresh face.
Wow.
Here we go.
Energy. I'm like, I'm fucking hungover.
And it's 11.
Yeah.
Wild.
How did you guys get approached to do the show?
After our second episode of the podcast, one of the executives at E listened, and she called us in for a meeting and was like, do you guys want a digital series? And we were like, you know what, we just want for now to do this podcast and like really figure out what it is, and then we'll come back to you. And Keltie's like, when it's the biggest podcast in the world, you're gonna ask us to do a TV show. I was like, fucking kill me. Like, that is like suicide.
She ruined our only chance.
Yeah. But then she is weird, and she's kind of a witch like that. And we did build it up, and then a year in, we did the pilot, and like it just kept going and going and going. And me being an actress, I'm just waiting for it to end. I'm like, this one's not gonna happen. Like, we're not these people. This doesn't happen. And then we were on set the first day, like, what? This happened? Yeah. Why? And here we are.
Very surreal.
Wow.
We haven't got canceled yet. Yay!
Not only have you not gotten canceled, you're getting some amazing guests like Ed Sheeran and Kat Graham. So what are your favorite celeb moments so far?
Oh gosh.
Ooh, we have a good one coming up of Adam Rippon teaching these two a skating routine because they're very competitive. Wow. Brain fart.
She's strong.
They're super. I wish. They're super competitive. So he taught them this amazing skate routine, and him and I judged it, and the claws really came out.
It was all American and a little bit slutty.
Yeah.
That is so fun, and that story is really inspiring. You guys are successful not only as a group, but as individuals. So I'm curious what advice you would give to young entrepreneurs who want to start maybe their own podcast or their own show.
I think a big thing is we're all still doing our normal jobs. Like, the Lady Gang still is kind of a side, it's not a side project because it's taken over our entire lives, but we still all have our jobs. Like, we didn't just quit everything and we're like, we're gonna put all our eggs into this basket. So I think baby steps are really good, and not to get too ahead of yourself when you're trying to start something new.
Yeah.
And I think for me, one of our guests on the podcast, Erin Foster, said this once, and it's always resonated with me, to just women need to take, and everyone needs to take the word just out of their vocabulary. So when we talk about the podcast, like, yeah, I will tell you, it's gonna be the biggest podcast in the world. Like, I will tell you, we're gonna have a show. Not when you're emailing people, I just wanted to check in and see the status. I just wanted to see if, this person was available for the podcast. Like, stand in your place, like, know that your time and your ideas and what you're creating is important, and treat it like it is the greatest thing since sliced bread, and other people will believe it.
Such good advice. Yeah.
Yeah, especially for women. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I think you said in the interview, like,
You're welcome. It's not even my quote. It's not my quote.
Don't tell her that.
but like you learned how to negotiate being on the show with them, and really kind of. And I think women right now are really learning that. We're seeing women in politics kind of take control, and I think now in entertainment, you guys are kind of helping pave the way.
Yeah.
By the way, Lucas is the biggest feminist at this table.
Oh,
We're that proud.
Yeah,
Love it.
He's a great woman. Who are so many people look up to you guys. Who are some of your role models and influences?
This is so cheesy, but like I grew up in a suburb of Atlanta where most of the women were not working. And my mother got pregnant in law school accidentally. And she still had the baby and still went to law school, and then she still has a super successful law career, was a great mother. And so when women are like, you can't do it all, I'm like, well, I watched it happen. I mean, I'm not perfect at all. My sister turned out amazing. I was second, she dropped the ball a little. But, I just think like there are women out there doing amazing things, and I just love focusing on that. And we have women come on the podcast all the time that are just like small business owners that exploded, and they are just standing in their power. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Dolly Parton, because she loves a costume, but she's also like super successful, but like she only drives an RV. Like, I love her. I just think she's amazing. And then obviously Oprah, every
We're all
person.
big Oprah fans.
Yeah, there's no one like, she's just magical. So.
And we did meet Kathy Lee and Hoda the other day, who are our like heroes.
Yeah, they're so cool, right?
No one can drink wine like them.
No, we're trying. It's just it's really hard.
Did you drink with them?
No, we didn't
We
actually.
didn't drink, but we did bring them a 4-foot wine glass.
Like this.
Yeah, actually, our friend Stephanie, that's in the audience, she helped us get it from Costco, wrap it, and it was wrapped exactly like a giant wine glass. We're like, we got you a present. Guess what it is? Surprise!
Yeah, they were cool.
And your fan base is huge, and they're super dedicated and obsessed with you guys. So what's been the funnest part about interacting with them? Do you have any like crazy fan stories?
Probably when they come up to us on the street and they're like, oh my God, I love you so much. I'm like, oh my God, I'm famous.
Well, the best thing that's ever happened to me and Becca is when somebody came up to us and didn't know who Keltie was.
Yeah. They're like, I love the Lady Gang, and she wasn't there, and we were like, oh, thank you. And
We're like, Keltie says hi. She's like, who's that?
no, it's not true. But there was another girl who ran up to us, and I think because we share way too much, obviously, on the podcast and on the show, that people feel really comfortable to really unload, and it's great. One girl ran up to us on the street and was like, I just broke up with my boyfriend. I mean, he broke up with me because I cheated on him and I gave him chlamydia. And I'm like,
filmed right now. And she signs a release anyway.
You're like, yes. I'm like, okay, get it, girl. I don't know. Like,
A lot to unpack there. A lot to unpack.
Chlamydia is really in right now, though.
it really is. It is. And all it takes is a Z-Pack, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, easy come, easy go. No, but our fans, I think the most surprising thing for us is our fans are really fucking cool.
Yeah, they are.
Like I've hung out and gotten drinks with a lot of our fans before because they're people who I'd want to hang out with on a normal basis. So it's cool that we are gravitating towards really awesome women that are doing cool shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We have a lot of fans in the Philippines.
But to say, most of our fans are overseas, so we don't get to hang out with them as much.
I wish we could go for drinks, but it's a long flight.
It's a long flight.
They might be bots. I don't know. They might not be real people, honestly.
Why would you say that about us? They're real.
Don't say that.
I think we should be honest about who our fans are. They're bots.
Well, we just ran
You're
into...
not the only one in Hollywood, honey.
I know, listen.
That's true. Instagram's doing a big clean out in January.
They are.
Instagram's coming for your fake
God,
followers.
that's
no,
terrifying.
I need those fake followers. I make no followers. I need them. But you guys have something called the Lady Box. Can you tell us what that is?
Keltie?
The Lady Box is, so we decided we wanted to be really tired. And basically, we work with so many brands, and so many brands approach us of how they can work together. And so we sort of created our own once quarterly Lady Box, which is filled with things that we either design or we curate. So we've designed sunglasses, we've designed a vibrator, we've designed like all these different things, and we put them in the box and we sell it, and that's actually the main way that we support our employees, because that's where we make money, actually. And so it's really awesome, and they're for sale right now on theladygang.com, so please go buy them. It has my favorite skin product of all time. But
who came up with the name?
Oh, well, Jack, I think.
We're like queens of puns.
Love a pun.
We have the lady box, we have the lady hang, we have
Lady shame.
slang, which is all of our dictionary words.
Lady shame.
Lady shame.
Lady brawl.
Lady brawls, when you get a lady fight.
It's really not that clever. You just put lady in front of whatever you want to say.
And gang rhymes with like a lot of things.
Yeah.
So we're pretty lucky.
That's good. And you guys, I think your mid-season finale soon. You have 10 episodes next year. Can you tease anything coming up? I know the Adam Rippon thing sounds hilarious.
Yeah.
What else do we can talk about?
We explore each episode has a theme, and so there's one episode coming up that's vices, and we really dove into some like sexual vices on YouTube, things that have gone viral, if you will. I sit on a baked good and in a sexual way, and then I present it to my husband to see if it's up his alley.
And she left with a yeast infection, so.
Oh my.
And all I can say is Jack and I were like this. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Yeah.
So when do you think you guys will win your Peabody? Because I'm assuming it's going to come.
We thought that's why we were here.
Bill Brunch will present you the Peabody.
This isn't a casual outfit.
I know, you guys are amazing.
Award-winning
We're ready, so we gotta go.
It's kind of great though. When we just were nominated for a People's Choice Award and we lost, and we were sort of happy about it because it's more on brand. Like we have a lot. We've been very lucky, but like we don't want to start winning things too early. So Peabody, Golden Globe, hold the phone for Emmys.
And we'll be ready in 6 months.
As you told E, wait until we're the biggest show on earth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's our thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, Becca, Keltie, and Jack, thank you guys so much for being here. You
Thank
guys are so much fun. Everyone, make sure to check out Lady Gang's TV show Sundays at 10:30 p.m. on E! And look out for more podcast episodes each week as well. And for all things Lady Gang, you can go to theladygang.com. We'll see you all Monday, same time, same table. Thanks, everyone.